Hey there, Fatman Skeletor here.
Hi, how you doing? This has been our first time talking to you guys since COVID together.
Yeah, first
We've
time
done
together in
separate,
quite a
yeah.
while.
We've
Holy
done
crap.
separate shit for the last 2 months.
We
but
are not social distancing up in
No.
here. So today we're looking at a new little thing we're trying to do here. We're looking at the old Hanna Barbera Godzilla.
Fun fact, I didn't even know there was a Hanna Barbera Godzilla until Skeletor showed me.
Yeah, most people actually don't. It ran from like 78 to 81. Total of like 18 episodes.
And the episode we watched was actually completely ridiculous in every aspect.
Oh yeah. This today we're looking at City in the Clouds.
Yeah.
And I picked this as your intro episode because you're still pretty new to Godzilla.
I am. I'm very new. Actually, to this day, I've seen 3 Godzilla movies, and that's it. I've seen Shin Godzilla, Godzilla 2014, and Godzilla King of the Monsters. That is
stuff.
the extent of my knowledge on Godzilla.
All good stuff.
Literally do not know anything else
That's
about
fine.
Godzilla.
Well, I picked this episode because out of all the random crap that goes on here, this is actually like the closest, or one of the closest episodes to what Godzilla really is. I mean, there's still a lot of weird stuff going on here, but as far as like Godzilla, shows up and fights a monster, that's an actual monster and not just some crazy space robot or something. That's what we're looking at.
You know, it's pretty close to that because I realize, rewatching the footage, that their ship gets struck by lightning twice, and for some reason the second lightning bolt is the big deal. The first doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
The second lightning bolt brings the ship in half and shuts down all the electric. So that's pretty f***ing weird.
Yeah.
Future editor notes, censor these because I'm vulgar.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can do.
Fatman is a vulgar for those of you who don't know. Skeletor is a little more conservative in his speech, but
You fat.
Fatman probably says fuck every other fucking sentence or something.
All right. So, would you like to give us a quick little synopsis of what we watched here
Yeah.
today?
So basically, what I saw was an animated tale about Godzilla getting sucked into a tornado, and the people in charge of Godzilla going to a cloud city where the cloud people had telekinetic powers that wanted to kidnap Godzilla, and meanwhile he can't do anything about it because he's been stuck in this tornado for the last 10 minutes of an episode. And then all the chick has to do, which I don't even know her name, but all she has to do is take an ancient artifact she's never used or seen before and use it to bring Godzilla back in an interdimensional story. So that's the gist. And if that sounds ridiculous, it is because it is. Also, this show, this Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, is essentially Scooby-Doo in every way, even down to the sound effects.
No.
Godzuki or Baby Godzilla.
There's a black guy.
Or
Godzuki, you fucking
or Son of Godzilla. Literally is Scooby-Doo. He's Scooby-Doo if he was Godzilla Jr.
I will look into that, but I'm pretty sure that's the same voice actor. I would not be surprised if that's the same voice actor.
There's a lot of moments where I can just pause and be like,
Yeah.
Reggie! And I'm like, that's Godzilla. Literally every time he roars.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I just want to get this so we could use it later. Godzilla was getting suck. He was getting some
Godzilla
suck.
was getting the suck.
They were sucking up Godzilla.
That's our editor, by the way. He's a beautiful creature that does way more than he should for this channel.
Call me
You're a
beautiful, you
creature.
hideous ogre.
To be fair, he called her a creature and not a person.
Yeah. Make that distinction.
That's
So
for
anyway,
sure.
we come to a point where another point of interest in this episode is that Godzilla, and you're the Godzilla buff, so correct me
Yes.
if this has never happened before, but at some point Godzilla tries to punch out a tornado.
Yes.
Is that a thing he can do?
Not in movies, but if you count the comics and the novels, he actually has fist fought a couple different tornadoes.
He's fought a tornado.
And won.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla at World's End. He's traveling through Utah and just knocks out a tornado.
Just decides to punch out a tornado.
Yeah. He sees it as an enemy and he's like, this guy in particular.
Also, I want to point out that the story initially starts, you think it's going to be some kind of like Godzilla stuck in the clouds. The ship got sucked up by, who's the dragon in this? Is it Rodan? Is it a notable figure?
It is, okay, well...
The enemy.
The
We're talking
enemy
about the enemy.
is Power Dragon.
Power Dragon, yeah.
Let that
But is he
sink in.
based off a Godzilla villain, or...
My best conclusion is that this is a non-copyright infringement Rodan
Okay.
with a bit of Ghidorah splashed in, because the voice and the lightning ability makes me think King Ghidorah, but this is a Rodan-esque looking thing.
Yeah, so the story starts out with that, Power Dragon shooting lightning bolts at people, and then somehow turns into a story about an ancient cloud world civilization that has telepathic devices that control portals.
Well, now hang on. They're from an alternate dimension,
Right,
and once
yeah.
every few years, their clouds line up with our clouds or whatever, and they can be in our world.
Yes, we live in the clouds of an alternate world.
But when the weather conditions are just right, we can cross over into this one.
So I hope you guys are keeping up, because me as a Godzilla noob is not. I am
Yeah, no,
lost.
that's the idea of an ancient civilization just popping up with a monster is not a new concept.
It feels
but
like
this...
they both could have been two separate plot lines. Like, they could have done one plot line with the monster.
Oh yeah, just a random
and
monster.
one with the cloud civilization.
Yeah.
Also, as Skeletor told me, this came out in like 88, 89.
78.
And-
Yeah.
Or 78, sorry, 79. But they have a Cloud City. Does that mean George Lucas...
Ripped off Godzilla.
Right, because Empire Strikes Back came out in 1980. Like, I literally thought, like, no joke, thought that Lando Calrissian was gonna make a cameo.
It does look vaguely Cloud City-ish,
It
but
does.
it's got a touch
It
of
really
Rome.
does. It's just missing the Boba Fett who gets pwned like
Yeah.
a bitch.
It does look vaguely like a futuristic Rome. I'll say that.
And for reference, by the way, I've never seen a Godzilla animated anything. This was my introduction to the world of
Really?
animated Godzilla.
Even the American version?
I've seen still shots. I've seen you actually review it. And I've
Yes.
heard you talk about it.
I have talked
I've literally
about it.
seen the DVDs on your shelf. Me personally, I've never watched it though, so I don't know.
It's worth a watch. The artwork's by the same people who did the Men in Black cartoon.
That I actually did watch growing up. Okay, here's my thing to audience, however many they might be. Do you guys remember Jabberjaw? It was essentially underwater Josie and the Pussycats meets Scooby-Doo. Like, you had a 4 mystery team with a shark that talked and was wisecracky, much in the same way that Mystery Inc. has a talking dog that's wisecracky, and there's 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, Jabberjaw essentially felt like this feels like it was a Jabberjaw or a Scooby-Doo short first, and then the animators and the studio, for whatever reason, couldn't figure out how to make that a cohesive plot for that show and went, hey, what do we own the rights to? And some asshole in a suit was like, well, sir, I do believe we have Godzilla. And they just decided to reskin it as Godzilla.
Well, actually, funny story about that. Some jackass in a suit decided, hey, my kid likes Godzilla, so I'm going to buy the rights to Godzilla and make a cartoon about that.
Okay, so it does make sense, because that's how it did happen.
Unfortunately, Toho makes everything expensive, and it comes in pieces, so they could only afford Godzilla and not his roar or anything else.
Even the roar.
That's
Do the
why he
roar.
sounds so weird.
He does, actually, if you've ever seen this series, it does kind of sound like...
It's if I wake up in the morning and have to hock up some phlegm before my first cigarette.
Okay, have you ever waken up in the morning and right before you go to make a cup of coffee, you just have that lung attack? And you start just coughing up like that. That's Godzilla, this entire film.
Yeah.
Or this entire episode.
Yeah. All right, so overall, out of all the bizarre Hanna Barbera things that you've seen,
Yeah, because there's a lot.
how would you rate this on a scale from 1 to Scooby Doo? We're talking original Scooby Doo.
Honestly, I would rate it like a little above mid-ground because it did keep my attention. I did want to know what happened next. But the whole short, I was thinking, wow, this is ridiculous. Like, Godzilla, literal Godzilla just fist fought a tornado
Is that
while,
Charmander?
while his son forgot he had wings. So there's a lot of ridiculous crap going on.
How many Scrappy Doos does he get?
Well, Scrappy Doo sucks dick. So I wouldn't rate anything off as a Scrappy Doo because he's a terrible character. But if I'm to be honest about it, it kept my attention. I wanted to know what happens next. It was completely ridiculous and campy, but not in a bad way. Like, you weren't like, what the f*** is this shit? You were like, what the f*** is this shit? You were happy about it because it was so stupid. Like, there's a cloud civilization, there's alternate dimensions in 20 minutes, mind you.
Yeah,
it's covered in 20
they
minutes.
cover a lot of grounds real quick.
It's hilarious. So honestly, I had a blast watching it.
Would
And
you
I've
watch
never
another
seen
one?
the show before. I would watch another episode of the show. Yeah, easily.
Okay. All right.
Easily.
That was Hanna Barbera's Godzilla. Maybe if reviews like this happened back in 1978, the show would have ran longer than 18 episodes.
And I'm still trying to wrestle with the fact that George Lucas might have stolen the Cloud City thing from this episode.
Yeah, that's something I feel like we need to make a separate video on.
Back.
Yeah, Cloud City existed 2 years before Star Wars. Thank you, Godzilla.
It's ridiculous. But I've been Fatman, you've been Skeletor.
And this has been Godzilla, City in the Clouds.
So if you're out there, if you're out there, stay safe. Wear your dumbass little mask so safety people at your work don't yell at you.
Yeah.
I'm Fatman, he be Skeletor. Why don't you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and maybe even that stupid little bell to stay up to date on all notifications, because that is the only way YouTube knows how to function. So do that, share us around, man, give us a comment. We've actually appreciated, we've gotten more comments in the last couple of months than we've gotten.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about lockdown. People are watching stuff online.
People are paying attention. And for everybody who watched the Ruby Bloom video, thank you, because there was a lot more of you than I thought was going to be.
We've been Fatman Skeletor. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.